Season underway. Parents really need to be on the lookout for toys that could hurt their children. The organization World Against Toys Causing Harm, or WATCH for short, just released its 2025 10 Worst Toys, and it includes some popular toys you may not know about. So joining us this morning is Joan Siff, president of WATCH, to break down the toys that we have to try to avoid this year, Jess, to keep our families safe. So good morning to you. Can you kind of walk us through the criteria WATCH uses to determine which toys make this list every year?
The important message that we really want parents to know during this holiday season, when the most toys are bought all year, is that just because a toy is on a shelf or online does not mean it's safe. So the toys on the list are illustrative of the different types of potential hazards that parents may find while toy shopping this season and also year round. So each toy represents, it's a hands-on tool representing something else that you may want to look for: a potential strangulation hazard, a suffocation hazard, things like that.
Can you kind of walk us through or talk us through some of the toys on the list so parents know what to avoid?
Definitely. And the truth is, it's much harder to avoid a risk if you don't know what to look for. So physical examples can really be a good guide. For instance, there's a toy on the list, a innocent, cute plush toy. It's a puppet with long fiber-like hair sold to babies. And it's not an obvious hazard. Parents may not know that long fiber-like hair, if it's detached, can be ingested by a young child and be a potential choking hazard. There's a xylophone with a drumstick, and that's what we're worried about with this toy. Because again, not an obvious hazard. People may be looking for small detached parts as choking hazards, but you may not know that long, slender objects can slide into a child's throat, again, being a potential choking hazard. I just saw you showed a doll. Every year on the screen, every year we find a doll, which is really shocking, that's sold to babies, that has small parts or parts that can fall off after you get it home, like a small headband that's attached by a thin cord. And during play, it could fall off and end up in a young child's mouth. And young children put everything in their mouths. So we really have to be aware of these type of potential hazards.
And Joan, can I ask you, because I know we try to think of all the choking hazards, right, when it comes to when our kids are young and the babies and the toddlers, but I saw the pretend makeup was a part of that list. So can you kind of walk us through why that would be or cause any harm to kids?
Definitely. Another point I want to make is when you buy a toy, get into the packaging, examine it before handing it to a child. And with this toy, you'll see that there's a laundry list of ingredients. And there are warnings about testing the toy before using it, and allergic reactions, and seeking medical attention if you have an allergic reaction. So the message here is, if you see a toy that is warning you about seeking medical assistance or has a laundry list of ingredients, think twice about it. It may be a toy that you want to avoid.
And Joan, last question here. Any advice, any tips parents can take away from this when they're getting started on their Christmas shopping?
Absolutely. We want parents to shop defensively. Don't assume a toy is safe because it's online, on a store shelf, or because you see a well-known brand name. And be familiar with the types of hazards that have caused injuries in the past. And once you know, strangulation, suffocation, once you know the different categories of hazards, then trust your gut. You know how your children and grandchildren play. If something feels off, it probably is. We really want parents to know that awareness can prevent injuries, and knowledge can really help save lives.
Important information. I know a lot of us are gearing up for Thanksgiving, but it's also a really big shopping holiday coming up as well. So Joan Siff, president of WATCH, thank you so much for taking time with us this morning. We really
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it.